Welcome to Wall Watch Part 2. All right, so in Part 1, we talked about, or what we saw was this woman being mad that people were telling her what she was doing wrong. So she felt like she was not doing anything wrong. Now, Part 2 is she feels like she's being punished for something she didn't do. So we're going to go ahead and explore that. And we're going to use this just as some visual evidence, pick some things apart, see if that's actually true. Now, my name is Bertrand. I am the coolest dude on the planet, and I'm your friend. Confidence and clarity is the goal for my channel, so let's get into it. Here we go. And again, this is on Wall Watch, where we see how women respond to hitting the wall. There's no shame here. We all get older, but the big question is, how do we handle it? Let's get into it. Here we go.
Before I'm just allowed to be happy, before I'm allowed to meet this universe soulmate person that God supposedly has for me, how much harder do I have to pray and manifest and wait? I feel like I'm being punished for something I didn't do. And I'm just so tired. I'm so tired.
This is something that I hear a lot of older women say.
I don't expect a lot.
I don't believe that. Let's figure out what her list is. What requirements does she have on her list?
Want love in my life so bad. I want my life partner. Am I just supposed to be alone? Like, is that the message?
Life partner or husband or possibly a companion. She got to figure that out, because she got a lot going on there. But
that this beautiful life I've built for myself, like, it's just supposed to be me in it alone. Like, I know I have my dog and I love him so much, but like, I need love. All of my friends have their fiancés and their boyfriends and their husbands that they prioritize. Like, as far as I'm concerned, I've been left behind. And I really just want to find that person that matches my energy and wants to build a life with me. Is that so hard?
yes, it is that hard. Now, here are a few red flags that I hope you guys caught. The dog. Dogs don't talk, they bark. Most men are not interested in a woman's dog, because the dog is going to cause problems, okay? When it comes to that dog, the dog is going to do things, it's going to be in places. For instance, it's going to be in the bed, it's going to take dumps all over the house. The woman is going to say, oh, my dog is well behaved. And then she's going to want you to take that dog out for a walk. Now, do you really like dogs? Better question, do you like her dog, and does her dog like you? Because dogs also have personalities. Next, she talked about comparing her life to other people's lives again. This time, the people in her circle. I get it. Life gets hard. I also understand that when you see someone living a good life where they're laughing and smiling, and you get to see that the children are growing, and that this person has someone to go home with, someone to share memories with, I know how that can move or bother a person. But what is she actually saying? Because the next red flag is her independence. She's built a beautiful life for herself. So why isn't she enjoying it? Why is she like frustrated that she can't have this love? There are 3 million more women on the planet. So every woman does not get a man. Every woman just doesn't. Now, when you start to break down things like, okay, well, how many men actually like men? Then you say, well, what are her requirements? Does he need to be a certain height? Does he need to make a certain amount of money? Does he need to look a certain way? Does he need to have certain things already in place? Meaning, does he already have a beautiful life set up for himself? These are important questions to ask, because she already has this set up for herself. Now, with all of this emotion, right? It's like I want to believe her, but when I listen to her speak, I feel like she's BSing me. I feel like she's BSing you guys too, because how many opportunities has this woman had to actually have the love that she's looking for? Does she think that relationships are perfect? Because people are not perfect. And if she thinks that this is the number one problem she's having, just like most women, they're addicted to scrolling. They cannot stop. They can't stop looking at vacations, trips, and gifts. And then it gets even sadder when the holidays come around. Now you see people dressing alike and doing things together, and she realizes, dang, she ain't got nobody to do that with. Now she asks, what does she actually have to do? Be pleasant. Start to enjoy life. Become a caring and loving person, and the energy will find you. It will mirror you. Now, here is the biggest wake-up call that this woman has to have, or maybe she has had this. Maybe she's passed up all of her opportunities, the opportunities that would have made the most sense for her. Maybe she thought she was too good for those, and now it's actually coming back to bite her in the ass. Now, when she says that she's being punished for something she didn't do, well, I don't know. I guess we kind of have to flip that around and think about it in a different way. Meaning, what didn't she do to accept whatever was being given to her? What didn't she do when the opportunity was in front of her? How did she handle these opportunities that she was given? Because this woman, I can guarantee you, she had plenty of opportunities. Now, it was a trip to hear this woman say that she doesn't expect a lot, because if she doesn't expect a lot, she would be married. She would have been married 10 years ago, right? She literally would have been married 10 years ago. So this is what makes me think that her standards are exceptionally high. Too damn high. Now, again, I will say my standards have definitely gotten higher, especially as I got older, especially as I've dealt with women and realized what I want versus what I do not want. My deal breakers versus my things that I could kind of sort of bend on. For instance, here are my standards now. I enjoy fit, healthy, feminine, sweet, caring, inspiring, motivational, supportive, loyal to me, right? Like the loyalty thing is big. The respect thing is just as big. If a woman doesn't respect you, then the people that you're doing business with will also sense that, and that'll cause them to also not respect you in the way that you want to be respected. It's important that this woman can cook, and cook good food, good tasting food, because I don't want to pretend that this woman is making these amazing dishes and they're really horrible. Now, there's a few things that she has to get right within herself, because her calling herself an independent woman is not only a red flag, but it's showing and telling who and what she is. Independent is standalone. I got this. I can do this all by myself. I am doing this all by myself. Now, if you're a woman or a person that's doing this all by yourself, then why is it that you want love so bad? I can tell you this. When it comes to relationships, you're going to either have to be dependent or interdependent on a person, because you realize that it takes two to make a life functional, aka building a life together. Now, if this woman has already built her life, then what the hell does she want love so bad for? Because her life is already built, which means she should be enjoying her life, not being jealous of her friends, right? I mean, think about it. She has a dog. Now, dogs don't talk, they bark. But what she really needs is some of that, You know what I mean? That's what she really needs. She's really looking for that man that's going to cuddle her at night, that's going to pipe her down, that's going to knock the dust off. She talked about being left behind, but I would argue and say that she actually strayed away. Now we can go back to part 1 where everybody was telling her what she was doing wrong, and the fact that she was so stubborn, so hard-headed that she wouldn't even listen to the therapist. A therapist is a person she hired, a person she's paying out of her own pocket. So if this is somebody you're paying, I would think that that would be a person that you would really want to listen to, because you're paying them to hear what they have to say. A problem that the majority of women have is that they think that they can find someone who matches their energy. Now, I often say, are they actually looking for human beings? Are they actually looking for a real person? Or is it just a list of ideas that they hope actually manifest? But I've heard this question be asked before, and this is the most appropriate time to ask this question. Based on her list, based on the things that she's trying to manifest, is she that? Because other people have thoughts, feelings, desires, needs, fantasies, and goals that they want to achieve as well. So at some point in time, you got to ask yourself, is it fair? Is what I'm asking for fair? Right? Like, are these restraints, or are these expectations or standards, are these fair to put on another person? Because a lot of the times they are not. So with this being said, fellas, build up your confidence, get your confidence back, figure out what you need to do and do it, right? Figure out the small steps. Now, here are a few things that will help you in figuring out what type of steps you need to take. Working on your mind, your body, and your finances. Meditation is a great thing for you to constantly do, 20 minutes a day. This will help you calm your mind down and be able to focus and visualize things that you're bringing into the physical world. Next is exercising, being active, getting out, doing things, enjoying the sun, being out in nature, being involved in your environment. Because when you're not active, then it's kind of hard for you to maintain health. The most important thing is finances. You have to invest in things that'll give you a return on your money, because if you don't, then you will constantly have to work. Now, this woman has learned this lesson, but it sounds like she's been in the dating game for a little bit too long. So this is why I say adapt to dating, because you'll realize that there are categories of women out here that exist: wife, companion, fun girls, and gold diggers. Now, what stage of life is she at? Does she want to be a wife, and is it too late? So that's the question I have for you guys. Is it too late? Let me know. Comment under this video. Remember, when you are watching these videos, you are becoming the best version of yourself. Now that the video is done, do me a huge favor. Like this video and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys on the next one. Also want to thank you for watching this 2-part series. Peace.